I was just talking to someone yesterday, really nice guy, just got laid off. During his time off, he discovered Odin Bot and he started getting into copy trading, finding profitable wallets, using Odin Bot to copy their buys, copy their sells, nothing fancy. And right now he's making 80 Solana a week. That's over $8,000. Copy trading just 2 wallets out of the hundreds of thousands that are available, making life-changing money. I'm Sean from copytrader.com, and I'm here to tell you that 2026 right now is the absolute best time to be in copy trading. Even though Solana is down, the meme markets are going nuts right now. People are making insane amounts of money. I'm talking 20,000 in a day, and anyone watching this, you watching this right now, can be up and running, making a full-time living, more money than you are making at your job right now, copy trading, using a free bot with just a few simple steps. And there's so much bullshit out there on YouTube. All this stuff about day trading, reading charts, daily candles. It's all extremely difficult. But with copy trading, you just set up a free bot, select your settings, and then close your laptop. And then you are making trades all day while you're at the beach, while you're at the gym, while you're having dinner with your friends. Never having to look at a chart, not having to spend years learning how to trade. And in this video, I'm going to show you my exact 4-step simple workflow that anyone can follow. And if at any point you think you need some additional help, or you're brand new to this, you're not quite understanding something, then I have an expanded version of this workflow, a 5-part video course, which is 100% free. You can find that at copytrader.com/course. But I think for most of you, this short video will be enough to take your copy trading to the next level, to allow you to make money in copy trading if you were never successful before. Because what this workflow does is it takes all of the guesswork out of the game. As I mentioned before, there are thousands and thousands of profitable wallets. We have an index of over 15,000 profitable wallets that is growing every single day. There are so many traders making so much money, but it doesn't mean you can just take someone and plug them into your bot and win. You need to know who you can win with and who you can't, and what settings, what take profit, what stop loss, what entry, and what exit to use. And this workflow that I'm about to show you, that's exactly what it does. You will never be guessing. You will never be losing money with traders that you never had a chance with. And if you take the time to watch this video and master it, then you can make as much money as you want. There's honestly no limit. So with all that said, thank you so much for being here. Smash that like button and let's get started. All right, welcome to this workflow. I'm really excited to bring this to you. This information is truly life-changing. And we've created a system where we have made copy trading very easy, eliminating all of the guesswork. If at any time during this workflow you feel a little bit overwhelmed or that you're not quite keeping up, head to copytrader.com/course to get access to our free course, which will take you step by step through the entire copy trading process in 8 video lessons. Whether you're an absolute beginner who's never even bought cryptocurrency or someone who's been copy trading for years, it will help you a lot. I'm going to show you what I'm doing now, what so many of our users are doing now to have success in copy trading. And to do this, we are using the Copy Traderr tools. These are found at copytrader.com, and they are an investment into your copy trading success. They will prevent you from trading with anyone who you never had a chance of winning with, saving you thousands of dollars a month, and they will allow you to double or even triple your return on your investment. Everything you'll see in this video will be using these tools. So let's jump into the workflow. There are 3 simple steps to this workflow. Step 1 is to find and qualify wallets. Step 2 is to map out their trade data into a readable CSV. And step 3 is to use the strategy analyzers to run over 60,000 possible combinations of entry, take profit, stop loss, and exit, to figure out first if there is a profitable strategy that could have worked with that trader, and if so, what is the best strategy and what is the result of every single combination of those 60,000 possibilities. With that information, you can make a choice on what strategy you want to run. So that's my system in a nutshell. So why these 3 steps? Why is this so effective compared to what everyone else is doing? Well, what typical copy traders do is they find a wallet that they like, they have a look at it, they look at some trades, some are winners, some are losers. And based on this visual analysis, they decide what their settings should be in their copy trading bot. They set up a take profit and stop loss that they come up with out of thin air, and 70% of the time they lose. That's just the reality of it, because at the end of the day, you're just guessing, you're just gambling. With our system, yes. First, you're finding the wallets, and I'll show you exactly how to do that, how to know which wallets are good, which are not in this video. We are visually analyzing the stats, the trades, the charts to see if there is an opportunity, if we see some potential in that trader to make money. But this is where we do things differently. Because if we do not guess. We think there's money to be made with the trader, then we run them through the CSV generator. What this does is this maps out the trader's last 100, 200, 300 trades, however many you want. Their historical data. It goes through every single trade, and it takes every transaction from the moment they buy until the end of the token, however long that is, and then compresses all of these price points into the important price points, the low points, the high points, where the trader sold, creating a numerical representation of the trade from the point of entry until the token is assumed to eventually go to zero. So now you have every single trade that they made mapped out into a CSV, which our strategy analyzer, our algorithm, can read. And when you copy trade using any bot, you are able to choose your entry, whether right away or if the token dips a certain percentage, whatever you choose below your target wallet's entry price. You are then able to choose a stop loss and a take profit, and whether or not you want to copy the trader's sell or just rely on that take profit and stop loss. And all of these combinations of where you enter, what take profit you use, what stop loss you use, and whether or not you copy the trader's sell actually results in almost 120,000 different combinations that you can use to trade with that trader. But instead of just guessing and choosing one based on nothing, you've now automatically mapped out all the trader's trades into a numerical readable format that our algorithm can run every single possible combination of entry, exit, take profit, and stop loss, all 120,000 possible combinations over the course of that entire set of trades, to tell you exactly not only what the best strategy would be to use that would yield the highest final balance, but what every single strategy, every single combination would result in. So you can go through and find a strategy that works for you based on a win rate that you like, a minimum ROI, a minimum amount of trades that you want to get into, whether you want to buy in a dip or only enter immediately. And the strategy analyzer will tell you the result of every single setup. So based on that historical data, you can make an educated strategy on how you want to trade with this trader. We even take into account the slippage and the price impact that the trader has on the chart. So there is no more guessing at all. You can either win with the trader or you can't. And if you can, then you have 120,000 possible strategies to choose from, and what you choose is up to you. This is what our users are using to win right now. Like Mr. O, who has a nice take profit system with a very high win rate based on the results of the strategy analyzer. Or Benjamin, who just posted this yesterday, showing that he has 10x'd his buy size on a new trader in just a week. So trading with just $20 per trade, he's made over $200. Now all that's left for him to do is start to slowly scale his buy size. This is the system. It's simple, it's easy to do, and most of all, it's effective. So now I'm going to go through each step one by one and show you exactly how to do it. And we'll start with step one, which is finding profitable wallets. So I'll show you exactly how to do that, how to find profitable wallets, and how to know which ones are good and which ones are not, so you know which ones to move on to the next step. So there are a lot of tools on copytrader.com, many ways to find wallets, but in this workflow, we are going to be working with the wallet index. This is an index of profitable Solana wallets that currently have Solana and are currently trading. This index is being updated every single day with new wallets that we find and scrape from the network. This is going to be your best friend, and there's no easier way to find wallets to copy trade. There are a lot of wallets in this index, as I just mentioned, and it's constantly updating. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to use the filters to sort through the most important statistics to find the perfect wallets for you. But what I want to stress is that statistics are just statistics. They're just a filtering system for us to find traders. What really matters most is what happens on the chart. I've seen terrible traders who are not making much money because they're buying and then they're selling for like a 5% profit, but they're holding for insanely long periods of time and they are what is called in the business round tripping. I've also seen traders who are buying and selling here, which is called cheating. So stats don't mean everything. What what matters most is what happens on the chart. What we're looking for is opportunity. If I see a chart like this and I see a trader who's consistently not selling when he has an opportunity to, then I know, wow, this is a huge opportunity for me to copy the buy and use a take profit, copy the sell just in case. But I'm more than happy to walk away from this trade with a 200% profit. If it doesn't hit and he sells for a 5% win, I don't lose anything. Vice versa, if someone is selling very quickly, but their tokens are continuously running afterwards, then I can just turn off their sell and just utilize a take profit and stop loss. I'm looking for opportunity. I'm not looking for statistics. But the statistics are what help me find the traders which provide the opportunity. They are a filtering system, but even an unprofitable wallet can make you money. All you're doing here is looking for opportunity. You need to open up the trader. If you see something you like, okay, high win rate, that's nice. Ooh, really short hold times. Let me look at the chart. You open up the chart, you see something like this. Okay, good tokens. There's an opportunity to buy when they buy and to use a take profit. Definitely not copy the sell. There's also an opportunity for a dip with the take profit. So this is an opportunity. If I open 10 trades and they all present a similar opportunity, then I can form some sort of a thesis, some sort of a hypothesis. Okay, I think that I can win with this trader in this way. That's why I would save the trader. I would say maybe high win rate, and I could write something like G and say, don't copy sell, or something like that. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to find however many I want to find during my wallet discovery session, maybe just one. But I want to make sure that I'm not just checking anyone in the next step, because the first step is to find wallets. And then the next step is to analyze those wallets. And that involves either a time commitment or a financial commitment to pay someone else to do it. So I don't want to just check anyone because it would just take too much time. So right now I'm just vetting wallets. So let's say I have done wallet discovery for the last hour. I found this one I really like. This one I really like. So that takes us to the next step. The next step in the process is to now analyze this wallet using the strategy analyzers to come up with the best possible strategy copy trading this wallet. And that's going to tell us right away whether or not we can win with this wallet. If it comes up that we can't win with the wallet, then we can't win with the wallet. We don't lose any money testing or trying. If you can win with the wallet, it will tell you. It's as simple as that. So this whole system, this whole workflow is just built around 2 steps. Step 1, find and vet wallets, do your wallet discovery, open up the wallets, look at the last 10 trades, see what they look like. If you see an opportunity, then save them and qualify them for step 2. Step 2 is to analyze and map out this trader's last set of trades, however many you decide, into a CSV, which looks like this, the price that they buy and the important price movements of the token, and then run them through the strategy analyzer, and it will tell you what you need to know. If you can win, it will tell you, and it will tell you how. If you can't, it will tell you. That's it. It's as simple as that. Find wallet, map the trades, run it through the strategy analyzer. That's all copy trading entails now in 2026. And that's all you need. And there's nothing more. There's nothing more you can do. Anything more would be predicting the future. All you can do is analyze the historical data, and then you have to take a leap of faith based on your analysis. You need to trust yourself if the data is good. So that's the game. That's the whole process. So let's take this wallet that I found here. I'm going to open up a few more trades just to see what they look like. To do this, you paste the token address in Photon. You come back, you copy the trader's address, and then you input them into the makers tab. And you scroll and zoom out until you find their buy. Again, opportunity, right? This is like crazy opportunity. First of all, I can buy when he buys, definitely not copy his sell and make a bunch of money using a take profit. I can buy on a dip and make a bunch of money using a take profit. So that's 2 trades. I'm going to do that for at least 10 to 20 trades just to know if it's worth it or if this was just like a one-time hit, a 2-time hit. I want to see consistent patterns. So far, we've seen 2 in a consistent pattern. I'm going to go and do some more. Okay, so I've went through about 10 trades and I really like what I see. There's lots of opportunity to buy dips and there's lots of opportunity to not copy the sell and to use a take profit. The point is I'm seeing a consistent pattern. I'm seeing an opportunity. There are many times when I track a trader's last 10 trades and I don't see an opportunity. At that point, I just abandon it and I look for someone new. But I think that we can make money with this trader, even though in the past, you could never make money with this trader with such a low ROI. But this is why copy trading is so different. This is why it's better than it's ever been, because now we can analyze every single combination of entry and exit over 60,000 combinations and figure out for any trader if we can win with them or not. There's no more guessing. There's no more just trying and seeing what happens. If you're guessing in copy trading, 95% of the time, you're going to lose. So we don't want that. We don't want to guess. We want to analyze the historical data, analyze the trades, and know what singular group of settings would have worked best over the course of all of these trades, and if any would be profitable. And if so, what would the return on investment be? What would the win rate be? So in order to do that, we need to use the algorithm. We need to use the strategy analyzer on copytrader.com, and we need to tell the algorithm what happened in each trade. You need to end up with a CSV like this. So the algorithm has an analytical representation of exactly what happened on the chart. So the algorithm basically will know exactly where you entered the token. It will know then it came down to here, came up to here where we sold, came all the way up to this high point, and then eventually it went to 0. The algorithm can basically see the chart by looking at these numbers and then know exactly what would have happened through every combination of 120,000 possible combinations of entry, whether immediately or on a dip, take profit from 0 to 500%, stop loss from 0 to 70%, and whether or not to copy the trader's sell. So that's what's happening. In order to do that, in order to create the sheet, you can do it manually. It's very quick. And doing it manually has a lot of advantages. You get to see what happens in each chart. You just map out the moment that they bought. Each buy would be on a new line, or you can just check the first purchase if you plan on only purchasing once per token, which is what I do. And then you just map out the price points, where they bought, where the token went, where they sold, pretty much any point that would have an effect on entering on a dip or a take profit or a stop loss. So you don't need to worry about all of these price points in the middle. So you can do that. I can do 50 trades in about half an hour, and then I have a deep understanding of the trader. Or you could come here, you can come to the CSV generator, just pop the wallet address in, analyze however many tokens you want. I don't want to make this video too long, so let's just say, let's do 25 tokens. Set whatever settings you want. You can stop the price checks after the sell or not, and then you can just analyze them. And what this will do is it will go through every single trade that your trader bought. It knows exactly when your trader bought the token. So it'll analyze every single price point from the moment they bought until the token dies. And then it will compress it automatically into the important points that you were seeing here. And that will take 5 to 10 minutes. So I'm not going to make you wait for that. And once that's done, it's going to basically give you a CSV download that looks like this. And again, if you want to learn more about this, if you want to go deeper into how to find profitable traders, how to know if a wallet is good or not, how to map out the trades, or how to use the strategy analyzer more in depth, then check out the course. It's absolutely free. The link is in the description. So once we've got this, all we need to do is download it as a CSV, come to our strategy analyzer, now we can run it with copying the trader's cells turned on and also with copying the trader's cells turned off. However, I know that I don't want to copy the trader's cell because they sell too early. That's the opportunity that I see here. I want to utilize only a take profit or a stop loss from the point of entry. So I'm going to select number 2. You can do both and compare the results and pick the best strategy, but I know that number 2 is going to be better. So I'm going to select the CSV. I'm going to put in the real life slippage that we get with this trader. So now I've switched to a 1-second chart. I can see exactly where they bought in 0.188, 0.00188, right about here. So they bought right at the top of this candle, and honestly, there's no slippage. I mean, the price actually went down after they bought. So there's no slippage with this trader, which is great. But whatever the real life slippage is, you're going to put it in here because then based on these numbers, your entries will be determined by your slippage. And if you copy the sell, it will be determined by slippage, what the exit would actually be. So this is hyper accurate. In this case, there's no slippage, but we can put 5% just to be safe, just in case. Because if we're showing profit with that, then we're going to be even more profitable in a real life scenario. I only want to buy once per open position, which means I don't want to buy the token 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times, even though he won. I just like to lower my risk because if the token loses, I don't want to lose 7 times. I either win or I lose. That's how I trade. So we're here and now we can click analyze. And here are the results. You see it analyzed over 62,000 possible combinations. With copying the sell turned off, there would be another 60,000 combinations if it was turned on. But here are the results. So the results are very, very good. As I expected, I mean, most of this trader's trades looked something like this, with huge opportunity to make more money than they did. And that's why we went through this process with them. So it's saying here the best entry is at a negative 0.5% dip, and you'd enter every single trade. So that's very interesting. That just shows that what we talked about earlier about there being no slippage was very, very true. That means that basically you're going to enter after the trader purchases, you're going to enter once it comes down half a percentage, which is fine. It means we're actually getting a better price than the target wallet. So I don't mind that at all. And this strategy here, which is shown immediately, is the best possible strategy, yielding the highest final balance. Assuming you started with 10 Solana and you traded 1 Solana per trade, you'd make 14.2 Solana in profit. Now you can go through all the trades and see what happened. So you have an 85% take profit, a 70% stop loss, 83% win rate, which is great, and a huge ROI. I mean, huge. And this is for 24 trades. I mean, it's a small sample size. If I was really checking a trader to trade with them, I'd want to check at least their last 100 trades in order to put like a serious buy size. I might check 50 at first, and then if the results are good, I can test and I can update their sheet every day and add in their new trades on the top of the sheet. And then once I get to like 70 to 100 and the results are still good, then I can start putting some real money in, because that's a big sample size. But for the point of this video, I didn't want to wait too long for the CSV generator to do 100 trades. We did 24 trades, but we're still getting a pretty good look at their last 24 trades and what's possible, what would have been possible. And you can come through and you can see, okay, we take profit here, we hit our stop loss, and you can see what happens in every single trade. And then you can see a cumulative chart of what it would look like to be trading with this trader. And honestly, it looks nice, but like I said, that's 24 trades. I'd like to see 100. And if the trend continues after 100, then I would feel really confident that this trader will make me a lot of money. You can come down, you can see the market cap insights, how they performed over various market cap entries. So if they performed bad above a certain market cap, you could set market cap filters and increase this even more. But they look to be pretty even. So this is the best overall strategy. But if you come to the all combinations tab, then you can see all 60,931 possible combinations of entry, take profit, stop loss, and what the results would be for each one. And you can filter to find the perfect strategy for you. So let's say, okay, I just want the biggest ROI. So let's filter by that. Obviously, the biggest ROI would be 550, but I would only get into one trade. So I could say I want a minimum of half the trades, let's say 12 out of 24. But so now I've got an even bigger ROI, which I like. 120% take profit, 35% stop loss, and a minus 16% entry. That means after they buy, we won't purchase until the token drops at least 16%. So we would have got in right around here, and then we would have sold for our take profit. I don't believe our stop loss would have been hit, and we'd come up and we'd take profit probably somewhere all the way up here. But easy peasy, you know, it's really nice. So I like that strategy. That's something I like. And if I come to the manual strategy tester, then I can look at that and say minus 16% dip and set my take profit, which was, I think, 120. Stop loss was 35. Our slippage is big, but we're entering on a dip, so it doesn't really matter. And I just set that as the worst case scenario. We could actually probably get in with a 1% slippage. And then we can test this strategy manually. We see our results, our win rates. We can come through and you can see we're skipping a lot of trades, because we'll skip trades that don't dip 16% before they sell. So we're skipping a lot of trades, getting some nice take profits, some stop loss, and you can see what our cumulative chart looks like. And you can see our market cap insights. Okay, so what I can do is I can set some market cap filters here to just skip any trades above 72,000. So our max market cap would be 72,000. We can come through and now it looks even better. We're skipping those two losing trades. We have a much higher win rate, a much higher ROI. Very, very interesting trading with this trader. And that's the entire process. It's really that simple. You can come in here and find whatever strategy you want. If you want a high win rate strategy, you can come through, you can find it. You can set whatever filters you want, make sure you have enough ROI to clear fees, and really the sky is the limit. If this tells you there are no winning combinations and all the ROIs are negative, then you know that there was no possible way to copy trade this trader or the trader you are checking and win. And that would tell you right away not to do it. saving you thousands of dollars when you might have tried because you wouldn't have known. But this trader has yielded very, very good results. And that's it. So based on these results, you can decide whether or not you want to copy trade with a trader. You'll no longer be guessing. You'll be creating a strategy based on real historical data. A strategy that will yield predictable results. A strategy you can trust. Now, there's no guarantee that a trader is going to continue their performance. So never trade with money that you cannot afford to lose. And none of this is financial advice. But members of our group, members of our community are doing extremely well in copy trading right now. And really, anyone can do this. It's very, very easy to get started. There's a very low barrier to entry. And if you want to learn more, head to copytraderr.com with 2 R's/course. You can go deeper into my entire copy trading system, which in my opinion has the lowest risk out of anything else out there. You don't have to sit around staring at screens all day. People do the trading for you, and it's all based on historical data. There's no guessing, just strategy. So thank you so much for watching, everyone. I hope you enjoyed this, and I will see you in the next video.